battery goes to 20%. Right on time. Alright, I'm gonna take her out for a little bit. Mike, I'm leaving my phone with the drink. You have the vaping on you? Nice shoe, nice. Alright. Yeah, I know. I was about to go one with Dave. I was like, oh yeah, my phone's in my back pocket. Hi, Blue. Alright, so this stream's gonna be a little weird because I don't have the room anymore. We literally just checked out like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, something like that. Oh, you built your PC yesterday? Oh, nice. Everything works and everything? Yeah, I remember building PCs it's really fun. Yeah, I know, it is kind of difficult at first. It's like not as easy as it looks like in videos and stuff. But then eventually, like, because, you know, if you're experienced enough, like, you know, you've seen videos and stuff, like, you know what you're doing. It's just, like, a little bit weird, almost. You know, it's difficult, but you would know what you're doing. All right, Ava. Ready? Also, hopefully you can, like, hear me okay and everything, because I'm using data. I'm not using Wi-Fi, because I'm at the beach right now, actually. I'm not at the pool. I'm at the beach, so the Wi-Fi definite from the hotel, which is back there, definitely can't reach here, so I'm using data. And I can't go back in the room because we don't have the room anymore. And I mean, I guess I could go to the pool because it's empty, but I'm at the beach. I could still use their pool. I mean, they don't care. I'm gonna go to Sanibel Inn anyway and use their stuff in a little while. You need DVI for your GPU? Really? You need DVI? HDMI works fine, I think. I mean, unless your graphics card is just weird, but I feel like it's pretty standard for all graphics cards to have HDMI port too. Unless you want a second monitor, that's a problem. Not problem, but then you might need a DVI or something. Like for me, I have DisplayPort on one of my monitors and HDMI on my other monitor. Because my graphics card doesn't have two HDMIs, so I had to use a DisplayPort for one. So. But I'm sure HDMI, like if you have one monitor, the monitor itself, okay. So you can't use the PC right now because you can't see anything? You need the, because if you need a DVI for your monitor, yeah. So I guess your PC's there, but you just can't see anything. Some people literally left a dog over there. If you can see that. It's my first time ever seeing a dog on the beach here. See, now the beach is actually super crowded, but the pool is empty. I had to spend $20 right now. I know, the freaking cables are expensive. Like a DisplayPort from It's Coming Tomorrow fast shipping. Oh, nice. Oh, no, Blue. Oh my god. I think the dog is whining too. Just enjoy the dog in the corner. I think it's harnessed. These guys set up a tent and everything. But I think for I literally went to Best Buy to get a DisplayPort. That was $40 for that cable. I thought it would be $3, something like that. No, $40 for a DisplayPort cable, which is absolutely insane. But what can you do? You had to spend $20 on a DVI. So unless it's HDMI, literally. Misha to the beach. Misha would probably freak out if you would ride a plane. He would not handle an airplane well. I mean, I'm seeing Misha later today, luckily. I mean, I'm seeing everyone later today, considering I'm going back to New York later today. Oh, the dog is walking around. The dog is now chewing his leash. I'll play with my PC tomorrow. Nice. Nice, and then tomorrow I'll be home as well, so if you want to do some multiplayer thing or something, maybe. I don't know, like Roblox or something. Oh, you got a 3080. Okay. See, that's another difference between like the times when we built our PC. The 3080 was like really expensive and it was like a really good card. It was probably like $400 in 2019 when I built my PC. But now the 3090 or 2080, 3080 actually. Actually, did the 3080 even exist? I think it did, but I think it was just really expensive back in 2019. But the 3080 now is like, kind of a standard thing. Like it's like essentially what the 2060 is now. So again, another example of how PC components, become obsolete over time, and then more components become more common. The newer ones become more common. So another example of that. You have a better card than me. I will get RTX 408 40,870. Awesome. 4070. I'm not upgrading my graphics card until I build a new PC. Literally, I don't need it, but I am gonna get a new hard drive on Prime Day because I think it's just easier to get a new hard drive than just delete stuff. 4070 is like 3090. I guess so. Where's the dog? Oh, dog is sitting down. Okay. Today is Prime Day? Ah, okay. Then I'll get a new. Oh, also tomorrow? Okay, good. So I'll do it tomorrow then. Because today, I don't have the time to do it today. I don't. I mean, unless, like, when I get home. But honestly, I managed to, like, fix my sleep schedule while I was here. So when I get home, I think I'm literally just gonna. Oh my god, the dog is not gonna. The dog is on a harness. The dog is not gonna bite me. But when I get home, I think I'm actually literally just gonna go to sleep as soon as I get home. It's gonna be around 11, but I'm gonna go to sleep because I managed to fix my sleep schedule in Florida. So I'll try to maintain that, which is, it's an actual reasonable schedule. Go to bed at reasonable times. I wake up at a reasonable time. It works. I think I woke up at like 7:45 today, something like that. Sometimes I even wake up at like 6:30, earliest. Like willingly too. I don't force myself to get up. I think I'll go in the ocean soon. I could bring the phone there. Because I think it's good to like maximize time in the water. Your RAM is 3200 megahertz, yep. Which is standard now. 3000 megahertz used to be standard, 3200 megahertz used to be really good. My RAM is 3000. You have better RAM than me, you have a better card than me, you have practically all better components than me because you're building your PC 3 years after me, and then my PC, back then, the components, with components being obsolete. So you have a better PC than me, but it's probably the same amount of money just because of, components. Components and their lifespan and stuff. Also, make sure to not be like your friend and don't put your liquid cooler outside the PC. Don't put the oh my god, the radiator. Don't put the radiator outside the PC and call it air conditioning. You need an RTX 4090. I'm sure you do. Yeah, you definitely need a 4090 to use Google Meet. Definitely. Great use. Great use for 4060. 4090. I would totally buy a really expensive graphics card and high-end graphics card just so I could use Google Meets. What do you even need to use Google Meets for anymore anyway? I mean, I used to use it for classes in 2020 sometimes. I don't use it anymore. You get over 3,000 frames per second. Why on earth would you ever need 3,000 frames per second for anything, literally? You know how much processing power that takes, too? It's not even just the card, it's also the processor. You need a lot of processing power for 3,000 frames per second. That's insane. Now, unless maybe in 20 years from now or something like that, 3,000 frames per second would be a standard for a PC, but like, that's insane right now. I don't even think like the best processors and best graphics cards can even get to 3,000 frames per second. Unless it's like a really expensive like slow-mo camera, those can get up to 10,000 frames per second, but that's insane. Alright, I think I'm gonna go in the water, but I'm also too lazy to get up. But this is my last day in Florida, and I won't be able to experience this for the rest of the year and until next summer. But I might go to Italy or something next summer, but they have similar beaches. You want to put trains in Stamford Yard? Sure, have fun putting trains in Stamford Yard. Oh yeah, you can play a lot. Oh yeah, by the way, Train Simulator is going to be much better on a PC. Like, you know, like a PC build, much better. I was like impressed so much. Like when I loaded up Train Simulator, like because I had Train Simulator on my old PC, like the all-in-one gaming PC that I got in 2016, which sucked. I got like 30 FPS. Like everything was super slow. It was very laggy and whatever. And then I built my PC and I loaded in like a train. I did like a test scenario. I was so impressed. It was so much smoother, so much nicer. So I think you're gonna be impressed when you load up Train Simulator. It's crazy. Because I still remember how genuinely impressed I was at how well Train Simulator performed, especially with your components. You got even better stuff than me, so should be like really nice. But sure, I guess the first thing you can do is put trains in Stamford Yard. The first thing I did was I built a little scenario from New Haven to Grand Central, and I tested it out just by driving from New Haven to West Haven in the M8, because the M2 didn't exist in Train Simulator at the time. I built my PC like 4 months before they added the M2. And then I made a couple of videos about the M2, which is I think how you found my channel, actually. I think you commented on one of my M2 videos. Yep, now you can make railfan videos without lag. Literally, it's going to be really nice. I actually wanted to make a virtual railfanning video in 2020, but then I just never got around to doing it. Like, I tried, but it was just, like, too difficult. I mean, I know you can create scenarios and you can have the trains, like, stop themselves, but, like, I wanted to do it manually because I wanted the horn before the train entered the station, and I tried to drive the trains manually, but it's really difficult to stop a train when you're not in the train. It's difficult to get it nicely. All right, I'm gonna go in the ocean. It was a great investment. Yeah, for a PC, I think it's an awesome investment. there any lag anymore? Can you see it now? Again, I know the service is not the best, especially because I'm moving right now and I can't use the Wi-Fi. You good? Can you see it? You can see it? Alright, good. Oh, I don't know why there's so much seaweed here. Now, all of a sudden today, there's a bunch of seaweed. Usually there isn't that much seaweed here. Alright, first not vlog, but stream at the ocean. It's normally, I mean, I spend most of my time at the ocean anyway. I really only go to the pool for the streams, so this is kind of more realistic perspective of what I do on a daily basis here. You should go to, here, let me, Playland Pool? I mean, I guess so, yeah. There are a couple public pools near here, but, near Rochelle, but they're not really great. I mean, they're fine, yeah, but definitely prefer the pools here. But I mean, sure, for the sake of, like, you know, the streams and whatnot, I guess I could. All right. I can actually see the phone screen better than I can at the pool for some reason, even with these goggles on, which makes no sense to me, but hey. And for right now, we got this massive pool, also known as the Gulf of Mexico. There's my mom. And a bunch of fishing boats in the back. And you can probably see the dog up there at the orange tent. That's where the dog was. And then my seat was the one. You can see the dog. And my seat was the one next to it. Yeah, now dog just barked. Swim to Mexico. Yep, great idea. I'll just, yeah, let me just quickly go ahead and swim to Mexico. Definitely very safe. It's not like there are any sharks or anything back there, or I'm gonna get exhausted from swimming. Probably like 500 miles. I mean, Mexico is actually in that direction. I mean, to be fair, if you swim far enough there, you will end up in Mexico. I know there's lag. Is the lag okay now? I guess the lag is okay. How does the Wi-Fi thing work? Are you referring to Wi-Fi like with your PC, like the Wi-Fi adapter, or are you talking about like the Wi-Fi at the hotel here? And again, I can show you when I get home. If you're talking about the Wi-Fi adapter thing, but does your motherboard have built-in Wi-Fi though? And is there like a couple of like on the I/O of the motherboard? Like on the I/O of the motherboard, if you have like two things where you can connect like a Wi-Fi antenna to. Oh, you did. Okay. You connect it. So is it USB on one end? If it's USB on one board, it's to the motherboard I/O. It might require some driver or something, but like I'm sure it came with instructions, so you can look up the instructions for it. Because mine didn't connect right away. Mine had to, I had to like install like a driver from a website or something. Lag. Are you saying no built-in Wi-Fi or like no comma built-in Wi-Fi, like you have built-in Wi-Fi? But literally, okay, because of the lag, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but plug the Wi-Fi adapter into the USB in the back of the motherboard I/O. Just plug it into the back. If you plug it into the back, it might not connect like right away. You might need to install a driver on the website, but I'm sure there are instructions on how to do it. Did you hear that? Because I don't know about the lag. I don't know if you heard what I just said. Keeps lagging. Nah. Tell me when you can like hear me fine. And yeah, again, I can't go to the room. I mean, the best thing I can do is I can stand next to the building, or I can go to my deck, because they're still in seeing a random guy on the deck.